moving on, Kosoto. So we've had situations where the opponent's kind of an idiot, doesn't know what he's doing. We've had situations where he's a bit smarter, has a bit more of an intelligent defense. Now we're going to move on to where your opponent is really good at what he's doing, and now he's dangerous. So he's really giving you problems, and it's not something you can just fix with a simple trick, okay? So first thing we're going to do is, if he gives me the Kosoto, now we're going to assume that instead of doing something like this, that our opponent really knows what he's doing, and instead of going here, he's going for a down block on the face. Go ahead, just grab it. Which I can use to counter. But our initial reaction is this down block on the face. Just in the turtle, but don't, yeah. So a down block, the main thing is I'm not doing this. What I'm actually doing is pointing my fingers away from my body, okay? And I'm trying to make his whole head move in this direction so that if he tries to come forward now, okay, yeah, exactly. And we're using that to break it because the thing is I'm strong if my body is in this kind of aligned position. The minute I start to twist my body, that's where I start to lose strength. That's why you do a back squat like this and not like that. So just to kind of lay down, just to kind of give you an idea, is if I do this, okay, stand up, he can stand up. If I do this, stand up.
Twist back.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to twist back. He can't stand up without retwisting his body. Well, untwisting his body. So we're using that in our defense here. Well, that's what he's using in his defense. So the attack, he does the Kosoto. My defense is the Kosoto. I'm getting my arm between his shoulder and my thigh, and I'm moving his head off and sprawling my leg out. How we're going to finish this will depend on your opponent. I have all sorts of options. I can grab the arm, take away a post, and bring him down. I can go to guillotines, darces. I have all sorts of offensive options from there. But it's really easy to free that leg, and that's what my primary concern is, okay? So, now, assuming our opponent does this, now what my reaction would be. So let's say I have Chris's leg, and I can see he's going for a down block. Okay, just kind of hold the position here. What I'm going to do, this is something that's called a sucker pull. Okay, I take my outside hand, put it on his elbow, and I'm going to post out with this hand, and I'm going to make sure that I have the hand close to my body and away from this arm. If I do this here, yeah, exactly. I am saying, please guillotine me. Okay, so I post out here, and I'm basically going to turn in the same direction that he's pushing. So if he's and from here, I immediately get the back. Okay? So, showing that one more time. Comes in. And now doing a bit more realistically, because remember, you would combine this with a sprawl.
Yeah.
Okay? So, if we're doing this with a sprawl too, you see, because he's making his base a lot wider with that sprawl, he actually makes himself unstable when I do the sucker pull. And from here, I've got my seatbelt. And back. Okay. Just one more time. Do you want to see it?
No, I think it's okay.
Okay, so just one more time, and then everyone can practice. So, oh yes. Okay, so it looks simple, but a lot of times people lose their sense in the moment because they want to keep that leg, and this is a situation where it's actually better for you to let the leg go and go for the arm. Okay? Okay, so next step. So just something I wanted to make sure I stated about the last technique, because I realized I didn't explain that clearly enough. Just in terms of the sequence of hand positioning on my side. Okay, so we're starting here. He's going with his down block. the first thing I do is I make sure I have a nice false grip on this knee, and I post out with the hand. Now this makes it easier for me to hold up his weight, and after this step, then I go to the elbow and pull it out. Okay? So I'm not going elbow post, I'm going post elbow. Because the minute my hand gets on that elbow, I need to go. I can't sit there and just kind of so, because if I don't, let's say I do it the other way around, and I do here, well here, now he's going to start, or just underhook here. Yeah, now he's going to start underhooking me. Now he can get things like power half Nelsons and everything, start turning it around, and I don't want that. So the minute my hand hits that elbow, I've got to explode out, okay? So that's why first post, then you hit the elbow and you go right away, no hesitation. Okay, so now same situation, but now our opponent is even a bit more smarter, and he is thinking, oh, I might get sucker pulled if I just down block. So we're here, I'm down blocking, and I see, ooh, it's open here, and I start going for a front headlock. Okay? So now he's got a problem because he can try the sucker pull now. Yeah, blocked. Yeah. Now it's not happening. Okay? So similar situation, but now he's reinforcing his grip, getting a nice front headlock, and making sure I can't just get out. Okay? So
Push them?
huh?
Push it back then because you have him post?
No, I can use my. Go ahead, try. He was wondering if I have the front headlock, if he can just push me over. Go ahead.
Something like this.
And also, another problem if you do that, go ahead and do what you did before. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the problem is when you use your post to go for my legs, you're taking away your own post too. And I can just reverse you.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you might be able to get a double leg, but I can just reverse you and wind up on top. So you haven't really won anything with that.
Okay.
So, instead, okay, so here, and you get your front head, yeah. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do actually, take this hand, and notice I'm still keeping this grip. Okay? And we place it in here, and this is going to start helping with the grip on my head. Take the other hand and okay? What I'm doing is I'm basically forcing an opening in his hands. So yeah, exactly. So we're here. If I just go from here and try to go here, he's going to fall in on me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So what I want to do instead, I keep this grip, and notice I'm pulling my arm out. Okay, this is helping my base. If he tries to sprawl out on me now, okay, I have a nice, good base here. And I'm not doing this. Yeah, exactly, because he can just push that in. I'm keeping my arm out and just putting my hand on the wrist, okay? From here, head on the ground to make my base even further. So now that if he tries to sprawl out on me, yeah, and now I can use my other hand to pry open. From here I get my head out.
Oh, you take two or more.
Yeah. But I take 2 on 1 only after I have solidified my base.
Ah, okay.
That's very important. So doing it without him, my sequence of events, he's got the front headlock, this arm comes out. Hand on his wrist, head down. Once I'm here, I have a fairly stable base. Okay? But only after that. That's when the other hand comes. I put weight on his hands to get an opening and slide my head out. I don't try to do it before then because I'm basically giving him the takedown, basically. If I do this, I've got to stop taking video. Okay.
Want to show the whole thing again?
Well, first, no. Yeah, without stabilizing my base, yeah. So if I come here and he gets the front head and I just start going like this, it just, yeah, exactly. Or you do it. Okay, yeah. Okay, and I get a front head, right, actually I have a front head here so that they can see. Okay, and if you try to do something on my hands without stabilizing your base, yeah, exactly. Okay, that's why you want to go low, arm and head as your base, then you address the front headlock, but not before, because you're just basically saying, please darce me, please guillotine me, please take me down, please take my back, please do all sorts of horrible things to me. Okay, so whole sequence now. So we're here, he gets the front head, arm comes out, and I really do have my hand on my knee right now. Hand goes to his wrist, hand on the floor. Now if he tries to move me around, I'm pretty stable. So pry hands, pull head out. And now I can go into my own front headlock.
And you can do the same again.
Yeah, he could do the same. I mean, but the difference is I'm actually in a better position than he was. So if he tries to base off now, because I'm taking it on the other side now, and he doesn't have a leg.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah. Yeah, he has no leg, and I'm on a different side, and I have immediate access to that far arm, which he didn't have on me. So, okay? So, we'll probably just finish with this one and then go to sparring, because it's starting to get late. Okay? Just one quick detail regarding how you move your elbow out for this motion, just to make sure everyone has this information on YouTube. Because some of you, when you were here, and to get your elbow to the knee, you were doing this. This is not bad, per se, but this is a bit uncomfortable for him, but notice what happens when I move my arm in an arc, a very big arc outside. So I bring it up here, and now you can see his elbow is a lot farther out. He's almost in the Kimura position, and this part of my body is a lot freer now. I have a lot more room to move. I can come on his hands more easily. If I do a big arcing motion out, that kind of puts him in a Kimura position. His elbow flares out and he loses a bit of base, and his grip goes from being like this to being like this. And that makes it a lot harder for him to hold the headlock, which means it makes it a lot easier for you to get out of it. Okay? So just that one little detail I wanted to make sure everyone had. So now let's do a bit of sparring.